Hello again. We just got done with book club for August. The chapter was Tell the Truth or at least Don't Lie. That rule goes very well and hand in hand with rule number 10, which we'll get to in a couple months, called Be Precise in Your Speech. The idea for tonight actually came about when I was talking with a friend on Sunday about some of our favorite topics and the people we listen to, the people that we read, and the idea that truth repeats itself. The point that I mean, but what I mean by that is that the things that are the best things, the best habits, the best things to do to make yourself better, they will repeat themselves. So I used to get frustrated with myself. I depending on over the last handful of years, I subscribed to some emails, and occasionally when you get backed up, you can't read. Sometimes they're daily emails, sometimes they're weekly emails. Occasionally you get so backed up and you can't read one, but it becomes something on your to-do list that you have to do, and you have this nagging like I have to read that email, and eventually I'll go in and just delete a bunch of them. And the reason I was able to make peace with doing that is knowing that if it's an important theme, it's going to come up again. If it was a one-off, somebody's kooky idea that, hey, you should do this hack, it's not going to show up again. I probably don't need it. But anything in those emails is going to show up again if it's actually quality. So these guys, they all have, in a lot of ways, similar messages. So this is my podcast list, essentially. I got Jocko, Jordan Peterson, Andy Frisella, Andy Stumpf, Sean Ryan, Marcus Luttrell. Just think about, I got about, 4 Navy SEALs in there. Then 2 other guys. Andy Frisella has lots of same ideas as Jordan Peterson, except he swears a lot more, lots more F-bombs, and a lot less words. Jordan Peterson obviously gets a little wordy, but both all great stuff. The themes that we'll talk about their themes in just a minute. But then a couple of other people I've mentioned that have, again, the same themes about making yourself better. James Clear wrote Atomic Habits. David Brooks wrote Strength to Strength, which I actually haven't read yet. And the other one that I wrote that I really like of his is Road to Character. Ryan Holiday has done a whole bunch of stuff about the Stoics. Courage is Calling. Discipline is Destiny. Ego is the Enemy is my favorite one of his. The Obstacle is the Way. Stillness is the Key. And then I believe he's got more coming out about wisdom and what's his other one? I'm blanking right now. But anyways, he's got some great stuff as well. I mentioned Argent Alpha. That's an online group for guys over 50. I'm not over 50, but I get their weekly email. I'm not actually part of their online community, but the messages in there are, again, the same as these other ones, these other guys that I listen to. So some of those things are, and this is not an all-encompassing list, but the things that keep coming up. Having gratitude for the great country that we have, right? Obviously, it's an election year. Not everybody agrees on everything, but we have a pretty damn good country. Things are pretty great, all things considered. Most of us would certainly rather be living now than in 1883 or 1923 if you watch those things on TV. 2024 is looking a whole lot better than 1923 did. Being in service to your fellow man, making the world better, shouldering some responsibility as much as you can, and having humility. Again, all themes that come up again. Again, not all encompassing. Excuse me. The other one that comes up again and again, again, this goes back to James Clear and Atomic Habits and the Road to Character, but small things lead to big things. Like, you got to get the small stuff in order. How you do anything is how you do everything. That's actually a line from The Orphan X, which is a fictional series, but that's one of his rules that he lives by. How you do anything is how you do everything. So doing things right, doing them over and over again, that leads to big things. And this other one, I think this is Andy Frisella. These are the things that are required for success. If you want to start something, you want to do something, create something, build something, you got to put in hard work, you have to put in time, and you have to have some skills. Like, all these things have to happen. You can't just put in hard work and think it's going to happen instantly. You can't let time pass and not do anything. You can't have the skills without hard work. You can't have hard work if you don't have skills. Like, all those things have to happen. So, and I think all these guys would agree that you need to put in all of those things. So, again, truth repeats itself. So whether it's these guys, whether it's some other resources, the good themes about how to make yourself better mentally, physically, spiritually, tactically, they're going to keep coming up over and over again, no matter who you read, because they are long-standing truths. They're things that just don't change. So hope you enjoyed that. Have a good week.